Hello, I'm Dr. Justin Alino. I'm a psychiatrist, and I'm making this video to briefly discuss Dr. Ron Paul. Recently, there have been many pundits in the media that have criticized him and called him crazy, kooky, and basically making references to the fact that he is somehow mentally unstable. Being a healthcare provider, I feel it is my duty to inform the public when I see these kind of slanderous remarks, especially pertaining to mental health. So I wanted to briefly discuss what I feel, just based on my observation of Dr. Ron Paul, is an accurate clinical assessment. I wanted to let it be known before I start that I am currently a United States Army officer. Therefore, I cannot campaign or endorse any candidate, and that is not the purpose of this video. I want to first comment on his use of mature defense mechanisms. In psychiatry, we look at how somebody basically takes psychological attacks and how they defend against them. There are mature defense mechanisms and ways to defend against perceived psychological attacks, and there are immature, more unhealthy ways to defend against psychological attack. In politics, you can see this full array on display because most of the time these individuals are fielding attacks or answering questions about prior comments and such. With Dr. Ron Paul, I noted when I look at his interviews and speeches, he demonstrates a lot of mature defense mechanisms, and none of the unhealthy and immature defense mechanisms that would, quote, make him somehow less than from a mental health perspective. Some of his mature defense mechanisms that he often displays is his use of humor, his use of self-assertion, his use of self-observation, and his use of sublimation, which is basically another way of dealing with stress and attack. He does this through exercise. A lot of people do this. The other way I wanted to discuss some of his quote-unquote kooky thoughts regard to his stance on treating others as you would want them to treat you. Now, this is based on theories of moral development, basically put forth by Kohlberg. He put forth that moral development, much like human development, goes in stages. And Kohlberg developed and laid out 6 separate stages that individuals go through. And the highest stage, the 6th stage of moral development, is the universal ethical principle, otherwise known commonly as the golden rule: do unto others as you would want them to do unto you. Now, let me first state that there are not a lot of people operating on this level, and I won't comment as to who is operating on this level, but I will say that if you look at his comments, Dr. Ron Paul is definitely operating on this level to a certain degree, which definitely makes him very mentally stable. The reason why this is so important is because it is very difficult for someone to become universally ethically minded. You have to take out the self and be able to look from the perspective of other people. It may surprise you that not many people are able to do this, and if they are able to do it, aren't able to do it effectively and often. So that is definitely something else I feel is an attribute that makes him very mentally stable. I hope this is, or you find this informative, and I want to thank you for watching, and encourage everyone, every American, especially this year, to go out and vote and take advantage of that constitutional right. Thank you all very much. Take care.